Imagine life without a refrigerator. Feels daunting, doesn't it? For most of us, it's unimaginable. We depend on it for everything from leftovers to our beloved ice cream stash. But for the Amish, this is just a part of their everyday routine. They've perfected the art of preserving meat without a single watt of electricity, using age old techniques passed down through generations. And here's the incredible part: their methods are so effective, they might just outdo your high tech freezer. In a world dominated by modern gadgets, the Amish stand out by embracing traditional practices. No cutting edge technology, no refrigeration, just pure, time tested wisdom. Known for their self reliance, the Amish have truly mastered meat preservation, setting a standard that's hard to beat. They don't just preserve meat, they transform it. Their methods don't just keep food edible, they make it flavorful and long lasting. Think meat without refrigeration sounds dry or tasteless? The Amish prove otherwise. Their time honored methods not only preserve meat, but enhance its taste, making it better with time.
Salt, a humble ingredient found in abundance, plays a pivotal role in the Amish pantry. Salt curing, a cornerstone of their preservation methods, is a testament to its remarkable ability to extend the life of meat. The process is simple yet effective. First, the meat is generously rubbed with salt, covering every nook and cranny. The salt draws out moisture from the meat through osmosis, creating an inhospitable environment for bacteria that cause spoilage. This process, often taking several weeks, transforms the meat, intensifying its flavor and tenderizing its texture. Smoking, another pillar of Amish meat preservation, weaves together preservation and flavor enhancement. The process involves hanging meat in a smokehouse, a small wooden structure designed for this very purpose. Hardwoods like hickory or applewood are slowly burned, producing fragrant smoke that envelops the meat. The smoke performs a dual role. First, it dehydrates the meat, further inhibiting bacterial growth. Second, it imparts a distinctive smoky flavor and a beautiful mahogany hue. The length of smoking varies depending on the type of meat and the desired flavor intensity, with some meats cured for several days to achieve a rich, smoky depth. Sweet and savory. Sugar's role in the preservation pantry. Sugar, often associated with sweetness, takes on a surprisingly savory role in Amish food preservation. While salt remains the primary curing agent, sugar is added to the mix, not only to temper salt's harshness but also to contribute to the preservation process. Sugar acts as a humectant, drawing moisture from the meat and creating an environment where bacteria struggle to thrive. Moreover, sugar undergoes a fascinating transformation during the curing process. It interacts with the meat's proteins, resulting in a remarkably tender texture and a unique depth of flavor that balances the saltiness beautifully. A vinegar bath preserving the bounty of stream and smokehouse. The Amish community has long been known for their resourcefulness and dedication to traditional methods of food preservation. Among these methods, vinegar brining stands out as a time-honored technique that ensures the longevity and flavor of their meats and fish. Vinegar, with its sharp, tangy flavor, plays a crucial role in preserving certain types of meat, especially sausages and fish. The process begins with the careful selection of the freshest ingredients, ensuring that the final product is of the highest quality. The Amish employ vinegar brining, a technique where meat is submerged in a solution of vinegar, water, salt, and spices. This mixture not only preserves the meat but also infuses it with a unique and delightful flavor profile that is both tangy and savory. The vinegar's acidity inhibits bacterial growth, while the salt enhances flavor and draws out moisture. This combination creates an environment that is inhospitable to bacteria, ensuring that the meat remains safe to eat for extended periods. This method imparts a delightful tanginess to the meat. The tangy glaze that forms on the surface of the sausages is a testament to the effectiveness of the vinegar brine, adding an extra layer of flavor that is both refreshing and satisfying. It also helps to tenderize tougher cuts. The acidity of the vinegar breaks down the connective tissues in the meat, making it more tender and easier to chew. This is particularly beneficial for cuts that would otherwise be too tough to enjoy. Vinegar brining is particularly well suited for fish, as it helps to preserve its delicate flavor and prevent spoilage, especially during warmer months when fresh catches are abundant. The brine not only keeps the fish fresh but also enhances its natural taste, making it a favorite among those who appreciate the subtle flavors of well-preserved seafood. You know, folks, when I think about the Amish, I think about resourcefulness. And nothing says resourceful like a good root cellar. These things are dug right into the earth, tucked away beneath the house or barn. Cool, dark, and damp, perfect for storing all sorts of goodies, especially cured meats. See, the temperature down there stays pretty consistent around 32 to 40 degrees. Not cold enough to freeze your bacon solid, but chilly enough to keep those natural processes that spoil food at bay. It's like Mother Nature's own refrigerator, no electricity required. Now, when the mercury drops and those winter winds start blowing, the Amish have another trick up their sleeves: outdoor freezing. That's right, they use the cold, crisp air to their advantage. After a successful butchering season, you might see large cuts of meat hanging out in the open, exposed to the elements. Now don't worry, they don't just leave it out there for the critters. A little bit of cloth covering keeps the snow and rain off. It's a simple method, but remarkably effective. Why pay for electricity when you've got a giant natural freezer right outside your door? Let me tell you, drying meat is about as old school as it gets. This method has been around for thousands of years, a true testament to its effectiveness and simplicity. We're talking caveman days, folks. Back then, our ancestors had to find ways to preserve their food without the convenience of modern refrigeration. They discovered that drying meat not only made it last longer but also made it easier to carry on long journeys. But the Amish, they've elevated it to an art form. Their methods are steeped in tradition, passed down through generations. They take great pride in their craftsmanship, ensuring that every piece of jerky is made with care and precision. They take strips of meat, hang them up in well-ventilated areas, and let nature do its thing. This process can take several days, depending on the weather and the thickness of the meat. The Amish believe in working with the natural elements, allowing the meat to dry slowly and evenly. The key here is balance, the right amount of airflow, the right temperature, and the right humidity. It's a delicate dance that requires constant attention. Too much heat, and the meat will dry out too quickly, becoming tough and brittle. Too little airflow, and the meat won't dry properly, leading to spoilage. Too much moisture, and you've got a science experiment on your hands. Mold and bacteria can quickly take over, rendering the meat unsafe to eat. The Amish have perfected the art of maintaining the ideal conditions for drying meat, ensuring that it remains safe and delicious. Too little, and you'll be chipping teeth on jerky tougher than shoe leather. It's all about finding that sweet spot where the meat is perfectly dried, retaining its flavor and texture without becoming too hard or too soft. But when it's done right, you've got a delicious, portable snack that can last for months. The Amish jerky is not just food, it's a piece of history, a testament to the ingenuity and resourcefulness of our ancestors. So next time you bite into a piece of Amish jerky, remember the centuries of tradition and craftsmanship that went into making it. Pressure canning tradition meets modernity. Okay, so pressure canning might seem a little out of place here, right? I mean, we're talking about the Amish, folks who live a simpler life. But here's the thing. The Amish are practical, and when it comes to preserving meat for the long haul, pressure canning is hard to beat. They pack that meat into jars, seal them up tight, and cook it under high pressure. This creates an airtight environment that locks in freshness, sometimes for years. It's like a time capsule of flavor ready to be opened when you need it most. Pemmican, survival food of the ages. Now this one's for all you survivalists out there. Pemmican. Ever heard of it? It's a mixture of dried meat, rendered fat, and sometimes berries, all pounded together into a dense, calorie-packed bar. We're talking serious survival food here, folks. The kind of stuff that can last for years without going bad. The Amish learned this technique from Native Americans, and it's a testament to the enduring wisdom of traditional knowledge. If you found these methods fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more insights into traditional living and self-sufficiency. Our channel is dedicated to bringing you the best tips and tricks from a simpler time, helping you live a more sustainable and self-sufficient life. And remember, sometimes the best solutions are the ones that have stood the test of time. The wisdom of the past can guide us towards a more sustainable future. By embracing these traditional methods, we can reduce our environmental footprint and reconnect with the natural world. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Amish country. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the simple life.